Hello and welcome back to Spekd. Today we'll be looking at Warhammer Conquest issue 19 and I'm really happy to get my hands on this. It's been a while, but I finally got it. This magazine sold out like hotcakes. Totally crazy, all gone. But that's okay, we've got a copy here. Let's get it opened up. And I've just taken a close look at these sprues and they look absolutely beautiful. You can see the details of marking, the insignias, the logos. It always amazes me how they manage to do this. I know technology is kind of improved and it's amazing, but I mean, it just surprises me every time. And it's just nice to see even small things like little nurglings. Now Terminators, I've always hoped that these will come back to the table to play in a game of 40k. They don't seem to be as well balanced as they should in the current edition. But things are changing now that the bolter rules are kicking in. But that's for the main game itself. But for now, let's continue with the magazine. Okay, so let's get this open. So, Lord Filth's attacks, the Blight Lord Terminators, and how to teleport into battle. And those are key things. So we have the lore, the build information, painting, and as usual, how to use it in combat and the effects. And teleporting strike. Well, teleportation is an amazing feature in this game that allows you to put your units anywhere. And imagine being on a battlefield and you've taken out all your enemies and you're kind of just relaxing, just letting your guard down slightly. And lightning starts building up in the air and you kind of get the smell of ozone. And with these guys, it becomes rank and dark. And all of a sudden, these guys pop in. Just all of a sudden pop up behind you. Yeah, exactly, that feeling. Anyway, information on Lords of Contagion. These are like the elite squads. Sorry about that. These are the elite squads of the Death Guard and they deal with all the trouble and issues. They're brilliant. Okay, so we have weaponry here. The Plague Reaper. Again, I would love to see some details based on this. Not just the weapon and the history. I like to see it, you know, like demonstration of what it could do. But we'll have to ask Man at Arms to do that for us in real life. If we can make one. Take the challenge. Okay, so Lord Filthius himself there. Look at the role. So he's got a commander status, Lord of Contagion, and he's got the Man Reaper weaponry. So there we go. So we can see the philosophy there of the Death Guard. And I like seeing these little breakdowns. It's like the stories they set is that the Ultramarines don't have much hope. And, you know, you could tell the pressure that's coming for them. And I like to see how they shape up the next few issues to kind of balance that out. Okay, so more information on the Terminators there. Now these guys have been rotting away for, you know, thousands of years, but still being alive, and like their bodies are becoming warped and decayed on the inside, so they're becoming tougher, sicker, more gruesome, and it's really messed up. And even though they're still kind of superhuman, as they're formerly Space Marines, they now become something again slightly different. And you can see there, just the energy of the warp is corrupting them. I wonder if it even shells them out and just uses their body. More information there, I won't go through, because that's for you to read. Lord Filthius build, good to see, safety, and we don't have glue this time. So they are push fit models, which means you can play with these right away. And I will put them together and we'll take a closer look at them. And there's 4 there. Having a look at the paint information. So, just having a quick look here. Guide, starting off the black. Lebelcher, Retributor, Nullo, okay. You have used the green there as base, Agrax, Bugsman. I mean, this is all coming together very nicely. And what I really appreciate about these painting sections now is they're almost becoming a full paint guide. So you don't have to wait for the next magazine to know where to paint what. It's like in that same issue, you can complete the whole painting of that model. It's getting a lot better. And Games Workshop sell these paint guides individually for like £5–10 a time for your army. So that's a hidden feature and a hidden saving of these magazines. which is probably overlooked. So it's there. So we get a side look, front look, back look, sorry. It's fantastic. So teleportation strike and how it works. So reiterating this over and over again so you memorize this. There are some people which end up switching these around by accident, and if you're playing a friendly game, you know, that doesn't matter too much. But if you're playing in a competition or tournament, that's something that you'll need to make sure that you get right. Okay, so we've got our deployments, we've got characters, let's have a look, we've got librarian involved, so you might be alright. Okay, so this is about a teleportation, and they've moved on the story, and I think that's the main thing that they've been doing in these later issues, which is they give you the mission and then they move forward the story. I know it's kind of like a little bit of filler, but it means that you have a reason for this battle. And as I've spent more time looking at these magazines or playing the game itself, it's really important that I have that purpose behind the battle. You know, yes, it is fun to put loads of models on the table. Yes, it is fun to kind of defeat your opponent. But what was that calling? What was the story? And with that in mind, it becomes something very special. Okay, so there's the deployment. What's strange to see is that they haven't actually put the containers on here that they're giving you in previous issues. But either way, teleporting and deploying during the battle, so it's showing you how to walk on and how to teleport in. Just there. Okay. We're having a look at the Lord of Contagion, White Lord Terminators. As always, these are my friends. I would love to cut these down and put on the sheet, but as a collector, I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. So, yeah. Anything else here? Okay. So the new map from issue 21, we go planet side, and I love the look of that. It's like the Conquest continues. And they got a little story and a little lore there. I like that. Okay, so on the back we have our container, and that's the last one for the issue 20. And issue 21, we're back with the Reavers, but this here is your core rules, that reference sheet. For those of you that haven't been into Warhammer before, even if you started now, this would be the issue to pick up, just to get hold of this. Save yourself quite a lot of money, especially if you have a friend that has the 8th edition book. Okay, so let me put the models together and we'll have a closer look. Now, just even one of these Terminators is an amazing thing. To have all of them on this issue is really something spectacular. And you can see the power and the raw intensity they generate. And even up close, the details still remain. And I love the way that each of them have such individual character that it just stands out and sets each one of them apart. Now, I've got to say, this guy here is probably my favourite. Can't tell you why exactly, but I think it's great. They've done a good job. Those models are absolutely amazing. They're so big and chunky, and wow, I want to have fun painting those. So I've enjoyed my time. Hopefully you've enjoyed our hobby time, and I'll catch you again soon. This has been Spekd. PC out. Don't forget, Discord is up and running, and it's a place for us to enjoy our hobby time, hang out, chill, and pass on information. I have to say thank you to Norbert171 for creating an amazing community in space. Thank you. Link is in the description below.